Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Renegade Immortal based on novel. So let's start. After the black storm dissipated, there was a curtain of black fog. The old woman moved forward and was just about to enter the black fog when her expression suddenly changed and she twisted her body backward at an impossible angle. A stickles flashed by her and disappeared back into the black fog. A wound appeared on the old woman's withered body. She let out a roar, then tattoos suddenly appeared around her body and began to spin. After chanting a few curses, the tattoos around her turned into balls of fire, which shot out at the black fog. A large number of lances flew out of the black fog and collided with the balls of fire, creating heaven-shaking explosions. At the same time, 5 sickles flew out toward the old woman. A ray of purple light suddenly arrived next to the old woman. When the purple light faded, it revealed a middle-aged man. This person's body was very large. He caught one of the sickles in his hand and squeezed it. The sickle was destroyed. Then he grabbed another sickle and crushed it. The 3 remaining sickles quickly flew back into the black fog and disappeared. That large man was mostly covered in tattoos. However, his tattoos were slightly different from the others. Instead of floating above the skin, his tattoos were engraved into his skin. After this person appeared, the old woman snorted but didn't say anything. This burly man looked at the fog. He made a fist with his right hand and suddenly released a punch. The tattoos on his body moved in a mysterious way, and the muscles in his body condensed into his right arm. The black fog was pushed apart, and the remaining 3 sickles that were hiding inside it shattered. Old man whose face was sullen, as he looked toward Shuluo and Yunmeng under the reincarnation tree. When his gaze fell on Shuluo, old man, who clenched his teeth, and sent out a ray of spiritual energy that entered Shuluo's body. Shuluo let out a painful scream, coughed out a mouthful of blood, and fell to the ground. However, just before he fell, a large amount of milky white aura came out of his body, and was absorbed by the reincarnation tree. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he looked at old man Hu. This old man who was really vicious. He didn't mind sacrificing his own sect disciple to increase the growth rate of the reincarnation fruit. However, this was an internal matter of old man Hu's sect. He had no right to interfere and neither did he want to. After Shuluo's body hit the ground, the 3 yellow dots on the reincarnation tree glowed brightly and slowly took shape. Old man who knew that it wasn't enough and let out a sigh. He pointed at Yunmeng, causing her to cough out blood. She looked at old man, who with sadness in her eyes before slowly closing them. A large amount of milky white aura suddenly came out of her head and entered the reincarnation tree. In an instant, 3 reincarnation fruits formed. Wang Lin and old man, who rushed toward the reincarnation tree at the exact same time. With how close they were, they both arrived under the tree at the same time. Wang Lin quickly grabbed one fruit. As for old man Hu, he grabbed a fruit with each hand and quickly backed up. His look toward Wang Lin was filled with caution. Without any hesitation, Wang Lin hit the reincarnation tree with his hand. The tree broke off at its base. Then Wang Lin grabbed it and held it over his shoulder. He then waved his hand and the restriction flag came back to him. He quickly escaped afterward. Old man who was the same, but the directions the 2 of them chose were opposite. As for Chiu Saiping, he had opened his eyes. He clenched his teeth and followed after Wang Lin. All of this occurred at the moment the black fog disappeared. At almost that exact moment, the 3 people charged out. The savages quickly went to stop them. The burly man's gaze locked onto Wang Lin. He quickly moved and blocked Wang Lin's path. As for the old woman, her gaze was locked onto old man, who as she quickly chased after him. The other 6-leaf shamans had their gazes on Chiu Saiping. Chiu Saiping felt like he was being locked onto by a vicious beast. Soon, a mysterious power covered his body, making it so he couldn't move at all. He saw the 6-leaf shamans grinning at him, and then his vision went black as he lost consciousness. On his forehead, a mysterious and constantly growing tattoo appeared. Facing the burly man that was blocking him, Wang Lin's expression was gloomy. He quickly took out the celestial sword and swung down. The burly man let out a laugh and met the sword with his hand. Bang! The burly man's hand was split open to the point where his bones were revealed. There were even tattoos on his bones. He was sent flying, but his eyes were filled with the urge to battle, so he quickly recovered and charged at Wang Lin again. Wang Lin could feel a shock wave coming from the celestial sword. He borrowed that force to move backward and was about to escape. He almost immediately guessed that this person was not a shaman, but a warrior that hadn't appeared before. A shaman wouldn't be able to receive a blow from the celestial sword with just their fist. The moment Wang Lin backed up, he saw the tattoo on Qiu Saiping's forehead. His expression sank. He reached out and grabbed Qiu Saiping's bag of holding. Then he escaped without taking a single look back. The burly man let out a roar and chased after Wang Lin. At this moment, a few of the remaining shamans came to stop Wang Lin. Killing intent flashed across Wang Lin's eyes and he shouted, "Scram!" He swung the celestial sword horizontally and cut two of the savages in half. The other savages paused when they saw this, and Wang Lin used this pause to break through them. The burly man's expression was gloomy as he quickly chased after Wang Lin. The two of them were both very fast. In the blink of an eye, both of them disappeared over the horizon. As for the six-leaf shaman, who had just finished refining Qiu Saiping, he withdrew his gaze from where Wang Lin went and turned toward Old Man who was currently fighting the old woman. He licked his lips as he stared at Old Man whose bag of holding. The bag was emitting a yellow light. This light was something not even a bag of holding could hide. Wang Lin carried the reincarnation tree on his shoulder. This tree was very strange. No matter what he did, he couldn't put it inside his bag of holding. The reincarnation fruit was inside his bag of holding, but he couldn't hide the eye-catching yellow light. The burly man behind him quickly chased after Wang Lin. He looked at Wang Lin's back and the urge to battle filled his eyes. He said to Wang Lin, in a language that Wang Lin could understand, "Outsider, you won't be able to get away. How about you battle with me?" Wang Lin's eyes were filled with killing intent as he touched the bracelet on his wrist. He swung the celestial sword at the burly man and said, "Fine, I'll have a battle with you." The burly man laughed. He didn't dodge, but instead placed both of his hands in front of his chest. He blocked the sword with his arms, causing a loud bang upon impact. His flesh was cut open, but the bones in his arms weren't damaged. The will to battle in his eyes increased and he shouted, "Kai Mu, six-leaf warrior." Wang Lin's eyes became cold and he said, "Wang Lin, soul formation cultivator." Kai Mu stepped forward, released a punch, and a sonic boom shot out toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin swung the celestial sword and an explosion occurred 30 feet in front of him. Wang Lin immediately felt his hand go numb. If my original body was here, I could definitely fight with this person. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He waved his right hand and the beast trap flew out. With a bang, the god-slaying war chariot appeared before Wang Lin. The beast chained to the chariot coldly looked at Kai Mu and let out a heaven-shaking roar. Kai Mu was startled and his expression paled. "God-slaying war chariot, let me see if you are worthy of your name." Wang Lin's eyes became cold. If he didn't kill this person now, he wouldn't be able to escape. The beast on the war chariot suddenly turned toward Wang Lin. After glaring at Wang Lin, the beast let out another roar. The spikes on the war chariot emitted a black light that slowly gathered on the beast's spirit. Kai Mu felt a sense of danger he had never felt before. He didn't wait for the war chariot to completely activate, he immediately charged forth and swung down his fists. Wang Lin sneered. He moved and swung down the celestial sword. Another explosion occurred 30 feet away, knocking Kai Mu's hand up. He forced himself to stop before charging toward the chariot again. Wang Lin swung down the celestial sword again. This time, he didn't stop after one swing and kept on swinging. He swung the celestial sword 10 times. Bang! 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 Kai Mu's body was knocked back, and his chest had wounds deep enough to reveal the bones underneath. Some cracks even began to appear on the bones near his chest, but they quickly healed as the tattoos flashed. Shuligwa's cry came out from inside the celestial sword. Shuligwa and the wandering souls couldn't fully control the celestial sword. If it was used too much, they would disappear. After Wang Lin heard Shuligwa's cry, he stopped using the celestial sword. At this moment, the beast spirit had finished absorbing the black light from the spikes. Its body had grown larger as a result. The chains suppressing the beast suddenly disappeared, and a heaven-destroying power came out from the chariot and entered the beast spirit. The beast spirit let out a roar and left the war chariot. It moved so fast that even Wang Lin wasn't able to see it clearly. It arrived before Kai Mu. Kai Mu was terrified and wanted to escape, but the difference in speed was too large. This beast spirit's body was filled with destructive force as it charged through Kai Mu. Wang Lin saw that after the beast had charged through Kai Mu, there was a soul inside its large mouth. The soul looked like Kai Mu. Cracks appeared on Kai Mu's forehead and slowly extended to his whole body. Then his entire body turned to dust and disappeared. The beast spirit swallowed the soul and turned toward Wang Lin. Although the beast was being controlled by the beast trap, it was still very hostile. How could it be willing to be controlled by Wang Lin? Wang Lin remained very calm as the beast jumped toward him. He made a seal and sent it toward the war chariot. Chains immediately shot out from the war chariot and locked up the beast spirit. The spirit beast began to struggle, unwilling to give up. However, the chains seemed to be filled with immense power. They slowly dragged the beast spirit back into the war chariot. The beast spirit continued to struggle in vain as it was dragged back toward the war chariot. When it was next to the war chariot, its body began to shrink until it disappeared into the war chariot. The war chariot turned back into the beast trap with a bang and flew toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He took out a top-quality spirit stone with one hand and held out his other hand to receive the beast trap. The moment it landed on his wrist, it started to suck away his spiritual energy. With the top-quality spirit stone in hand, Wang Lin quickly flew away. His speed wasn't fast. As he flew, he turned the suction force from the beast trap toward the top-quality spirit stone. This process lasted for a very long time, before the suction slowly weakened. Wang Lin wiped the sweat off his forehead. When he relaxed his hand, the top-quality spirit stone turned to dust in his palm. The power of the god-slaying war chariot was beyond my imagination. It is really worthy of being called a celestial treasure. However, the beast spirit is too vicious. While the beast trap can control it for a short while, it might drain me completely someday. In addition, every time I use it, I will have to use a top-quality spirit stone to replenish the spiritual energy that I lost. The cost is simply too high. The sweat on Wang Lin's forehead disappeared when wind blew on his face. He began to silently ponder. His speed was very quick. He knew that the third floor was very dangerous, and that he had to leave quickly. Also, the words from the savage on the second floor still echoed in his ears. A 7-leaf shaman, which was the same as a soul transformation cultivator, was something the current Wang Lin couldn't do anything against. I wonder if the god-slaying war chariot can kill a soul transformation cultivator. The difference between a soul formation cultivator and a soul transformation cultivator isn't something numbers can explain. It is a difference in quality. All of the spiritual energy inside a soul transformation cultivator has turned into celestial spiritual energy. Wang Lin frowned. However, this is a bit strange. Why did no 7-leaf shamans appear when the commotion under the reincarnation tree occurred? Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he flew even faster. He was very eye-catching while flying in the third floor with the reincarnation tree on his shoulder. He moved his hand over the tree and cut it into several pieces. The tree branch from before could be put into the bag, but the whole tree won't go in. I'll cut it into pieces and see if that works. Wang Lin cut off a piece and tried. Without any delay, a small piece of the reincarnation tree disappeared into the bag of holding. It worked. Wang Lin increased his speed and quickly placed the pieces of the tree into his bag of holding. This reincarnation tree is indeed mysterious. It can't be put into the bag of holding as a whole, but in pieces it can. Wang Lin looked at the bag of holding and quickly flew toward the exit of the third floor. Time slowly passed. Wang Lin could see the exit. He used to teleport and arrived at the tunnel, but just at this moment, a cough came from the distance. An old man, who had tattoos covering 80% of his body, slowly walked over with a hunched back. Wang Lin didn't hesitate. He charged into the tunnel and went into the second floor. The white-haired old man was wearing a bracelet made of beast bones. He touched the bracelet with his hand and walked toward Wang Lin's direction. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared and reappeared on the second floor. What is this? After the old man reappeared, he was immediately shocked. When he disappeared, he could clearly feel the outsider's location, but when he reappeared, the outsider's presence had completely vanished. The old man straightened his back and pointed at his brow. A 7-leaf plant slowly appeared on his forehead, and every corner of the second floor quickly appeared in the old man's mind. At the same time, a technique like a cultivator's divine sense swept across the second floor, but he found no trace of Wang Lin. As a result, the old man revealed a shocked expression. This outsider junior has some skill to be able to escape from my eyes. The old man pondered a bit and then disappeared. Half a month passed by in the blink of an eye. Within that half months of time, no one had left the immortal graveyard. Old man, who risked damaging his origin soul, and used his life-saving technique to get away. However, halfway through his escape, he was caught by the hunchbacked old man. There were no more news of old man who ever since. As for Shuluo's and Yunmeng's corpses, they were also taken by the Forsaken Immortal clan for other uses. Qiu Saiping wasn't able to resist the refining of a 6-leaf shaman. After all, a 6-leaf shaman was like a soul formation cultivator. As a result, he became a puppet. Aside from the white-veiled woman and her servant, whose locations were unknown, Wang Lin was the only person from their group who still remained. On this day, at the entryway to the third floor from the second floor, a rainbow-colored light appeared and soon, a person appeared within the light. At almost the same instant Wang Lin appeared, he disappeared. Half a month ago, when he noticed the hunchback old man, when he arrived at the second floor, he entered the heaven-defying bead without any hesitation. It had been a long time since he had to hide within the heaven-defying bead. Before a 7-leaf shaman, who was like a soul transformation cultivator, Wang Lin knew he stood no chance at all. Once he had been locked onto, the only road left for him would be death. After he appeared, his speed reached its limit. He didn't care about anything other than leaving, so he used spiritual energy to fly as fast as possible. If it wasn't for the fact that the star compass could only fly in the void, he would have already used it. He kept teleporting while holding a top-quality spirit stone in his hand. When he was about to enter the tunnel to the first floor, a golden tattoo appeared and sealed the tunnel. Outsider Junior, this old man has waited for you for a long time. With a cough, the old man with the hunched back appeared within the tattoo, and casually looked at Wang Lin. With just one gaze, Wang Lin felt like he had been completely seen through. A cold feeling covered his body. Wang Lin didn't dare to back up. He could feel that if he took one step back, the old man would kill him. He coldly stared at the old man with his left hand touching the beast trap. The old man coughed and slowly said, "You killed Momo, Dya, Cagu, and Kaimu. I can see a resentful spirit on your body. To kill these juniors of my clan with your mere almost mid-stage soul formation cultivation, especially a 6-leaf warrior like Kaimu, you must be well known in the cultivation world. What is your name?" Wang Lin calmly said, "Wang Lin." His left hand firmly pressed against the beast trap. The war chariot had a fatal flaw, it took too long to activate. Wang Lin wasn't confident he could stall the old man enough to open it. "The treasure that killed Kai Mu should be that bracelet of yours." The old man looked at the beast trap and said, "There is the scent of a beast spirit inside there." Wang Lin's face was gloomy. He stared at the old man and tried to slowly move backwards. The old man's eyes turned to Wang Lin again. Wang Lin paused and didn't continue to back up. The old man coughed. "I won't be too difficult on you. Tell me the method you used to hide your presence, and I'll keep your body whole and plant a tattoo in you myself. From then on, you will be my tattoo puppet. Someone of your cultivation level won't be able to run away. The old man reached out, and Wang Lin immediately felt the space around him beginning to close in. Wang Lin's eyes became cold. His right hand touched the bag of holding and the restriction flag appeared. It released many dragons, made of restriction gas, that charged toward the old man. At the same time, the celestial sword appeared in Wang Lin's hand, and he slashed at the old man. The old man raised his eyebrow and pointed forward. The tattoos on his body moved in a strange manner. Soon, a tattoo appeared at the tip of his finger, and was sent flying with a flick. The moment the tattoo appeared, it split into smaller tattoos and flew toward the dragons. As for the sword energy, the old man made another tattoo that collided with the sword energy. Bang! The sword energy left a red mark on the old man's finger. He looked at it and said, "Not bad. That sword should also be a valuable treasure." Wang Lin felt his scalp go numb. The restriction flag was useless, the celestial sword was useless, and even the god-slaying war chariot was useless against the old man. His eyes became even colder, as he took out another restriction flag from his bag. He created a restriction in his hand and stared at the old man. The old man stared at the restriction flag and shook his head. "You sure do have a lot of treasures. I'm sure you must be the direct disciple of some big sect up there. There is the presence of the heavens pressure on that item. I believe that once you place that last restriction on there, it will summon what you cultivators call divine retribution. If we were on the surface, it might hurt me, but this is the immortal graveyard, a different world. Divine retribution can't reach us here. You are free to try it." With that, the old man reached out again. He didn't move very fast this time, but he used more power than before. Crackling sounds could be heard all around Wang Lin, and even spatial rifts appeared. It was like this area was about to collapse. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. After he put away the restriction flag, one more object appeared in his hand. This object was a scroll. The moment the ordinary-looking scroll appeared in Wang Lin's hand, the old man, whose expression hadn't changed at all, suddenly became serious, and his hand unconsciously paused. With this pause, Wang Lin felt the power around him loosen. Wang Lin didn't hesitate, and immediately teleported away. The old man's eyes revealed a mysterious light, and then he chased after Wang Lin. Wang Lin secretly sighed. Although he had refined the scroll for a very long time, he still didn't know how to use it. Earlier, he really didn't have any other way to deal with the old man, which led him to take out the scroll to use, tear open, or throw away. However, that old man paused when he saw the scroll, which caused Wang Lin to change his plan. He used that pause to quickly escape. The tunnel to the first floor is blocked, so there is only one other path left. Although it is also very dangerous, it is better than waiting here to die. Wang Lin swung the celestial sword at the air. A spatial rift suddenly appeared where the celestial sword swung past. It was pitch black inside, like a man-eating mouth. The moment the spatial rift appeared, it began to shrink. Wang Lin quickly entered the rift. The moment he entered the rift, the old man arrived. The old man snorted and stepped into the rift to continue chasing Wang Lin. The moment Wang Lin entered the rift, a powerful wind hit his body. There were countless small organisms within the wind, and when they hit his body, he felt pain all over. Even his origin soul flickered like a fire in the wind. Even though he knew the dangers of the spatial rifts, Wang Lin was shocked in his heart. However, the real danger was getting lost inside the void, unable to find the exit. Inside this void, there was a cold wind that could extinguish an origin soul. This place was completely dark. He was unable to see anything clearly. The cold wind became stronger and stronger. Wang Lin quickly slapped his bag of holding and the star compass appeared. He sat down on the star compass and quickly flew away, while using his spiritual energy to drive out the cold air that had entered his body. This was the reason why he entered the spatial rift. Only in the void could he use the star compass. This was his only method to move faster than the old man and escape his pursuit. The old man entered the rift. He waved his hand and a tattoo appeared on the rift to stop it from closing. The old man muttered to himself, "That scroll is very similar to my clan's holy treasure on the 11th floor." That cold wind had no effect on him. When it hit his body, not only did he not feel any discomfort, it felt nice. The old man pondered a bit and continued to chase Wang Lin. Wang Lin was sitting on top of the compass, and was completely focused on controlling it. He moved very fast and encountered nothing living at all in his path. It was like this place was just an endless, black void. This was clearly different from the void he was used to. The sense of danger from behind him was still there, the old man was clearly still chasing him. Wang Lin's expression was gloomy as he controlled the star compass to move at its limit. The old man walked through the void with his hand behind his back. He would cross a very large distance every step he took, but he still couldn't catch up to Wang Lin. He was very shocked and thought that this junior really had a lot of valuable treasures that were useful in different situations. He believed that Wang Lin was an important junior on the surface. His urge to make Wang Lin his tattoo puppet became even stronger. This void was very strange. The more Wang Lin flew, the stronger this feeling got. In the past few days of flying, he had not seen anything. There wasn't even a small amount of spiritual energy here. He couldn't just continue like this. His eyes suddenly became cold and he threw out the beast trap. The war chariot appeared on the star compass. Wang Lin took a deep breath. He created a seal and sent it to the war chariot. The beast spirit suddenly appeared next to the war chariot. Because Wang Lin was very close, the beast spirit immediately tried to devour him. But Wang Lin was already prepared. He softly whispered something and the chains from the war chariot dragged the beast spirit back. The beast spirit continued to roar while viciously glaring at Wang Lin. Wang Lin raised his head to look at the beast spirit and made another seal. Soon, the spikes on the war chariot began to emit a black light. Wang Lin turned around and focused on controlling the star compass. He knew that the war chariot needed time to activate. Based on his previous experience, it would take about the same amount time as a stick of incense would take to burn. Soon, the time passed and the beast spirit finished absorbing the black light from the spikes. The beast grew larger. During this time, the beast tried to devour Wang Lin many times, but was held back by the chain. Finally, after the war chariot completely activated, Wang Lin's eyes lit up and the star compass stopped. The old man noticed that Wang Lin had stopped moving and immediately sped up. At the same time, a powerful soul force spread out. When Wang Lin noticed the old man enter the range of his divine sense, he sent out a seal to the war chariot. The chains on the beast spirit suddenly disappeared, but the chain between it and Wang Lin still existed. This beast spirit viciously looked at old man with the hunched back. The beast wanted to devour everything, only after doing so could it vent its anger. The old man's expression immediately changed and he stopped. He quickly touched the tattoos on his body, and then they all suddenly flew off and hovered 3 inches above his skin. At this moment, the beast spirit arrived. It jumped at the old man and let out a roar, but it was stopped 3 inches away from the old man. What stopped it was various tattoos that were shining wildly. But the god-slaying war chariot was very powerful, so the old man was pushed back 1,000 feet. The old man's eyes became bloodshot as he let out a roar. The tattoos moved from 3 inches away from his body to 5 inches. The beast spirit roared while it was slowly pushed back. The old man's eyes became even more bloodshot, as he was about to push the beast spirit away. However, Wang Lin sneered. He took out the celestial sword and swung down on the old man. While he is still, I want his life. Wang Lin was very used to doing these kind of things. As the sword swung down, a ray of black light was shot out. The sword energy suddenly appeared before the old man and landed on his body. The old man let out a roar, and the tattoos around him suddenly stopped before moving closer to his body again. He looked toward Wang Lin, and a 7-leaf plant immediately appeared on his forehead. The moment the plant appeared, the tattoos on his body moved like crazy. Killing intent filled the old man, as he raised his hand and pointed at Wang Lin. Wang Lin immediately felt a cold energy enter his body and quickly enter his origin soul. The cold energy turned into a seed and quickly began to sprout. Wang Lin's face was pale as he coughed out blood. He let out a roar and swung down the celestial sword in his hand once more. Then he immediately changed directions and swung down again. Rays of sword energy smashed into the old man, causing the tattoos to be pushed back closer to his body. This made the beast spirit push even more viciously, so that it could devour the old man that was blocking it. Seeing that the beast spirit was about to devour him, the old man's eyes emitted a mysterious light. The bracelet made of beast bone suddenly came off his wrist. The bracelet suddenly released waves of ghostly light, and a tattoo appeared. This tattoo was broken and incomplete. There are even parts clearly missing. However, this tattoo made Wang Lin's skin crawl. The moment the tattoo appeared, the surrounding void was suddenly basked in a green light. The old man slowly said, "This is my enlightenment tattoo. It is by studying this tattoo that I was able to reach the 7-leaf stage. Now that Junior has seen this tattoo, you can die in peace." The tattoo shined once, causing the beast spirit to release green gas from all over its body. The beast spirit let out a roar and looked toward the tattoo with reluctance in its eyes. If it was at its prime, it would dare to fight against that tattoo, but now it had to retreat. The beast shook its body and broke free from the green light, before disappearing into the void. Wang Lin immediately noticed that the moment that tattoo appeared, the sprouting seed in his origin soul suddenly began to grow at an alarming rate. Wang Lin didn't hesitate to return to the star compass and quickly flew away. The beast spirit reappeared next to the war chariot. This time, it didn't try to devour Wang Lin, but weakly disappeared back into the war chariot. The old man looked at where Wang Lin had disappeared to. He didn't chase after Wang Lin, but looked down at his chest. On his chest, there were 3 wounds deep enough to reveal his bones. Those 3 wounds were made by Wang Lin's celestial sword. The killing intent in his eyes intensified. He took a deep breath, bowed to the tattoos, and the tattoos gradually shrunk and returned to his body. The bone bracelet silently reappeared on his wrist. The old man stood up and continued to chase after Wang Lin. On the star compass, Wang Lin had his eyes closed. On his head was a plant slowly extending its roots. It had moved past his face, onto to his neck, and it still continued to spread. Waves of roars came out of Wang Lin's eyes. He suddenly opened his eyes, which had a hint of madness, but then quickly closed them and revealed a struggling expression. He was facing extreme pain, but even so, he was able to keep a part of his mind calm enough to control the star compass to continue his escape. Part 1 end here.